nonetheless, this is my last video, if you were seeing this, and I still want this to be uploaded, so that is why you are now seeing it. I hope that gives you context, but yeah, this is my last video. And the reason for it's my last video is either, one, I actually have passed away, or two, I've really gone to that because it's really gotten bad on here in terms of, what you can and can't go, and can't go. I feel really in a box, if that makes sense. Like, I can't express myself, I can't say things I want to say without, choking people and can't channel. So I have honestly just I've had enough. So either that or and now that has been said, here is the part that I feel a few questions on. For those of you who don't know, I am a Christian, and it is, it's my duty to spread the word of God and to teach other people. And I figure since I have somewhat of an audience, I should do that. So in my last video, that's what I plan to do. So if you're interested, I encourage you to stick around. But basically, all I want to ask you is, do you know where you're going when you die? Because, just think of consciousness. Just think how crazy it is that you are aware of who you are. You're aware of everything. Just complete consciousness. Just try to understand that. It's so mind-boggling. And then think of artificial intelligence and AI. And you see how far we have come? And yet, AI, artificial intelligence, still hasn't reached the singularity. Which, if you don't know what singularity is, it's when artificial intelligence becomes conscious. And there are the smartest people in the world working on, artificial intelligence. The smartest people. And yet, artificial intelligence hasn't become conscious. But humans are conscious. Well, what does that tell you? That obviously means that there is a God. Like, if you have the smartest people in the world working on something and we can't get it right, how do you expect a big bang? How do you expect just a random act to create consciousness, to create life, to create something that the smartest people cannot create? That right there suggests a level of intelligence much greater than us. I mean, we have the smartest people in the freaking world working on artificial intelligence, and we can't get consciousness. And yet you and I have it, what, by some random act? Like, that's just crazy. So, I'd like to ask you all a question. Has anyone ever, taken the Bible and shown you how you can know for sure that you're going to heaven? Well, the Bible has some bad news and good news for you. The bad news is that you're a sinner. All have sinned and come short of the glory of God. No one's perfect. Your thoughts, your actions, they're sinful. Just even one thought, one strike, you're out. And the penalty of sin is death. Suppose you work for me and I paid you $50. That $50 is your wages. That's what you earned. And, the wages of sin is death. And if you sin, you die. But the good news is that God sent his son Jesus to earth to die for you, to take your place. That way you can be with him. And I know a lot of people don't even believe that Jesus existed. Well, just think of the date. We are in 2018 AD, after death. And when people say BC, it's before Christ. Obviously he existed. The Bible says that Christ took the penalty that we deserve for sin, placed it on himself, and died in our place. 3 days later, he came back to life to prove that sin and death had been conquered, and that he is God. Because if he didn't come back to life, he could have been just a random person, right? And you can get saved just by believing that he did that for you. It's just faith, not by actions. It's just faith. You have to depend on him alone to save you and to forgive you. It's just as if you were to sit on a chair. You trust it to hold you through no effort of your own. You trust solely in the chair. In the same way as with your sin. I definitely encourage Jesus to forgive you. And yeah, that's basically it. But I want to thank everyone who has been with me on this journey. It's been a blessing beyond all. But yeah, anyway.